Hey everybody, Tekking here, and you know, from reading this recent chapter, I've discovered one simple fact. I cannot adequately gauge this man's trolling capabilities just in the review. I mean, if that was the case, every 5 seconds I'd be like, oh, he's being a troll! Oh, he's being a troll! So for that reason, I'm going to be instituting a new feature on my channel called the Trollometer. Let me show you how it works. Hey everybody, guess what? Nell comes back in this chapter, and Grimjow's with her, and they both know Segundo Tapa. I think we're gonna have fun with this. Hey everybody, Tekking101 here, here to review Bleach chapter number 622 entitled The Agony. Dear agony, just let go of me. Oh, how is that a troll moment? I love Breaking Benjamin, fuck you. Yeah, alright, sorry for making your ears bleed. I'll warn you next time before I do that. Alright, so chapter continues on with the little chibi Yuha Poke minions being crushed under the weight of Aizen's Ryatsu as Rayjii and Rukia look on in awe.
Oh my god. So it really is him after all. Sosuke Aizen.
Aw, hey Rukia, what's been going on? Chica, haven't seen you in a while. Oh, cool, you're a lieutenant of Squad 13 now. That's pretty nifty, considering the fact one of my creations killed the former lieutenant and, you know, forced you to stab him in the chest. But, do you know that? I don't think you know that. Whatever, no big deal. How you been?
Okay, you know what? I don't even care if it's gonna do anything. I'm gonna kill him. I'm seriously going to freeze dry your ass.
Oh, come on, why are you so pissed off at me for?
You tried to kill God!
Oh, wow, boo-hoo. I haven't heard every other member of the Gote 13 frickin' scream that at me. What do you personally have any reason to hate me, was my question.
You ripped open my chest, tore out the Hogyoku, and then used it to transcend to a god level to try and kill my best friend, or possibly lover. I'm not really sure where that's going, but still, bottom line, you're a dick.
Oh, don't get your panties in a wad. Besides, the Hogyoku is the only thing worth grabbing on your non-existent chest.
Oh, you did not just go there.
Oh, bitch, I went there. Oh, what's wrong, Annie A. Cup? Are you making the walls jealous again?
You shiftless, slimy, arrogant, degenerate motherfucker!
Hey, Rayjii, you might want to take her back inside before she pops a blood vessel. Are you serious, Captain? This is the most epic shit I've ever witnessed in my life. I'm recording this. Okay, so Aizen's back on the scene, and you know what? I gotta give Kubo credit. I thought this entire chapter was gonna be nothing more than people bickering back and forth. You know, the Gote members, you know, bickering at Aizen, like, you're not supposed to be out here because, you know, you're the bad guy and we're the good guys. Who let you out? Oh my god, rabba. To Kubo's credit, he actually handles that fairly well. Everyone's in the middle of freaking out, obviously, then Shunsui appears behind Aizen, and, you know, everyone's like, oh, shocked and all, like, oh my god, you can't tell me you let him out, right? And Shunsui just comes up and is like, okay, everyone, just calm your tits, let me explain. And what the hell is that supposed to mean? Wait, no, Rukia, no, I just mean chill out. Okay, look, let's go through some facts here, guys. Fact number 1, this man is stronger than all of you. Kind of a sucky pill to swallow, but it's the fact. So, fact number 2, we need his help. Of course, we then have the obligatory rebuttals from Shuhei, Ikaku, and Yumichika all stating that they're against Aizen's release. And then, I love how Shunsui deals with this. It's the same way he dealt with whenever he took out Stark, and then Love and Rose were up in his shit like, hey, that was our fight, bro, huh? You Bogarting in on other people's fights? Now, that's not a very honorable warrior thing to do. And Shunsui's rebuttal to that was just like, guys, this is a fucking battle, okay? I'm going to do whatever is necessary to take out the enemy. I don't care if it's your fight. I don't care if you're in the middle of doing something. If I have the opening, I'm gonna stab the guy in the back of the heart, okay? That's just what I'm gonna do. He's logical. He thinks this thing through. He is one of the few rational characters in Bleach of how I deal with this crap. He's certainly not the kind of character that will sit there and explain his powers to, okay, there was that one time he did that with Stark, but you're forgetting the point. He pretty much was already guaranteed he was going to win that fight. But regardless, in this case, Shunsui's just like, oh, okay, you're worried about your dignity being damaged. Well, I'm sorry, guys, but dignity's not going to save the world, okay? To defeat evil with other evil, yeah, I can think of worse things. Like what exactly? Well, let me think. Okay, how about Adolf Hitler riding on a Tyrannosaurus Rex that can shoot laser beams that's in line with Emperor Palpatine? What the fuck? So Aizen's pretty much just a spectator on this. He's just like sitting around like mom and dad are fighting essentially, and then he's just like, okay, is your little dispute at the end here? That's great. Anyway, could you let me free from this seat now that we're all buddy-buddy? Yeah, that's not going to be happening. Shunsui refuses to unlock Aizen's seal for the reason he gave previously back in Muken. He was only given permission to unlock 3 of them, despite the fact he has all of them on his person, but that's beside the point. I'm sure that's not going to come into play anywhere later. But, yeah, he said, I already released your eye and your wrist and your ankle, I believe. Those were the 3 he released, so he can't do anything else. Side Aizen, it's not like you have anything tough to deal with. Just the thousands upon thousands of multiplying minions coming down from the sky to completely envelop the Soul Society. Shit, you could deal with that before breakfast, right? And Aizen's attitude in this is great, because he's just like, oh, don't you flatter me. I mean, you know he can do it, but he's just, like, trying to mess with Shunsui on a psychological level. He's just like, oh, I know I can do it, but do you know that I can do it? Because I would really like to get out of this chair. I think that's what he's trying to get across here. But, of course, you know, Shunsui's kind of have his balls and the shallot shooter right now, and he's just like, look, you're not getting out of the chair, bro. You're not, all right? Okay, I know 100%, 115%, you could deal with this threat sitting right the fuck where you are, so deal with it. I'm not dealing with your mind games today, right? So with that being said, yet another massive wave of the minions comes pouring down from the sky, to which Aizen then just strikes the creepy grin and just states, well, guess I gotta do it. And then we get a very unique scene from Shunsui, something we don't usually see on this guy's face, and he's like genuinely like, oh man, shit's about to go down. This guy's, you know, gonna do something really big. So he shouts back to all the members of the Gote, like, get back in the laboratory, guys, we gotta go, we gotta go. This place is gonna be like ground zero in about 5 seconds. Auto number 90. Kuro Hitsuji. Okay, so he could use Keto this whole time. By the way, side note, Aizen, you might want to think of some new Keto spells. I mean, you don't really use Keto all that often, and whenever you do, it's always number 90, it seems. I mean, maybe that's just your personal favorite. I'm sure some people will. My personal favorite, if I had access to Keto, would probably be Raikoho, number 63. I'd be pulling that off, but occasionally I do something else, really. Oh, no, he used Danku that one time. That was a Bakudo. I think the only Hado he's ever used is the Kurohitsuji one. Maybe that's, like, the only one he knows. Like, he dedicated himself just to learn number 90. So whenever he uses it, people are like, oh man, number 90, that's really impressive. What else can you do? It's like, bitch, I could do number 90. What else do you want? You know, that kind of thing. While he's wiping the floor with all the Yuha minions back in the laboratory, we have Byakuya approach Shunsui, basically saying, hey, bro, you basically are insulting all of us by, you know, releasing that guy, right? Like, you understand this. Yeah, you tell him, Captain Kuchiki. Hey, Isane, can you believe that? He's actually insulting our power. Yes, Sentaro, because our power was really that impressive to begin with. Oh, you bet your ass it is. I have an Earth-type Zanpakuto. I could raise an entire pillar. No one cares. And Shunsui's response to this, he's really calm and collected. He's just like, you know, you just kick my ass afterwards. Mentally, I could just imagine he's saying, like, really, Byakuya? Really? You with this shit now? Can we wait until after we save the world before we go into this all high school drama? But not even high school drama, like this middle school drama. You know, I can't believe you asked Billy to write on the chalkboard when I'm supposed to be next in line. You know, fuck this. Fuck this. Save the world, then argue about semantics later, all right? The guy's going back in the prison after this anyway. Well, we could cross our fingers that's what's supposed to happen, but, you know. Get the title page, then Aizen disperses the Kurohitsuji, which pretty much does level the entire Vonente like Ground Zero. It's completely, you know, flattened now. There's nothing here in the area. All the minions are wiped out as well. Urahara even notes that Aizen's power is probably even stronger than the time he fought against Ichigo. Now, I don't know if that means, like, he's stronger than he was during his final 4th transformation when he was using the Fragger shit against Ichigo, or if he's just stronger in general. I'll give you this much right now. That Kurohitsuji looked about on the same level as the one he used against Ichigo when he was in his butterfly form, and this is when he's not in his butterfly form, and even more so, this is when he's bound and sealed to a chair. And he has the same level as when he was in this form. So, if nothing else, when those seals come off, it's gonna be boom. It's gonna be, yeah, you don't want to be there for that shit. Rayjii remarks that, oh man, he got even stronger while in Muken. Freaking monster. Oh dear, are you talking about me, children? Okay, so he got stronger while in Muken. Now, I just want to bring up, there's no way, you can't train while in Muken. I mean, maybe he could train mentally, but you can't get up and move around. So I'm still going to stick to the idea that he still has the Hogyoku in him, and he was just trying to figure, he spent the last 2 years communing with it and trying to access its power, because other than that, I can't see any reason why you would get physically stronger while bound to a crucifix, you know, underground in the darkness. I don't see that happening. I mean, Aizen's Aizen, I know how it is, but I'm just saying he didn't get stronger through any, you know, traditional means. It probably had something to do with the Hogyoku. Now, some of you might be curious as to why exactly Aizen didn't use his Kurohitsugi or any kind of Kido while bound in the Muken, because apparently he can, even though he's sealed up. Aizen brings this up. Even after using a Kurohitsugi at his level, the chair behind him didn't break at all, meaning that it's the same material as when it was bound in Muken. It is truly a splendid chair. Oh, Aizen, you don't even know half the history of that damn chair.
The legacy of this mighty chair began in the forges of Isengard eons ago. Smelt from a piece of Odin's heir throne, many a king laid their noble ass-cheeks upon its stone surface. But hold! The queen became envious of the king's refusal to exit the regal recliner, and then stabbed him in the neck later that night as he was jerking off upon its cushion.
Okay, that was maybe a little bit less epic than I thought, but still, it's a kick-ass chair. Alright, so whatever material Muken is made out of, apparently it's strong enough to resist Aizen. Logical inconsistency. It's like the same thing with the airplane in the black box. It's like, well, if the black box is indestructible, why don't you build the whole plane out of the black box? Well, if the material in Muken is strong enough to resist Aizen, why didn't you use it in some way to make a weapon against him during Fake Car Down? I don't know. But it's certainly interesting that the Soul Society has a material at their disposal that can resist an Aizen level Kido. Yeah, we're not even doing the numbers anymore. You know, there's you know, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 90, and then there's Aizen level Kido, all right? It goes beyond the standard level. So, Soifone decides to get back on what she was doing earlier with Chakuho Raikoba and decides just to point the missile at the hole, planning on shooting. I don't know what she's planning to do. If she's trying to launch the attack to hit the enemy, launch the attack to prevent more of the minions coming down. I don't know what she's exactly doing with her missile, but regardless, Aizen just, you know, interrupts her and just like, oh, hey, there's no need to deal with that right now. You know, my Kurohitsugi left a crack in the barriers, so I can just use my pressure and I can just basically drag all this shit down myself. And while he's doing this, the gateway that they were going to all use to, you know, invade the Soul King's palace, that starts to crumble. You know, the thing that they spent the last 10 chapters in order to build and construct in order for them to get to the damn Soul Palace to begin with, Aizen is now destroying. Damn straight! Hey, Aizen, stop! You're destroying the gate! Huh, the gate? That shit won't be necessary. I'm strong enough just to pull the damn Soul Palace down myself with my Reiatsu, so I'll just shoot it down here. Alright, so you telling me Aizen's Reiatsu is strong enough to yank the entire Soul Palace down to the fucking Vanente through 72 barriers? We spent 10 chapters building this entire gateway with all the different logical, you know, like, oh, here's the energy and here's the source and we're gonna have to use this and Reiatsu amplification machine, and then Aizen comes around and he's just like, I can just do this with a snap of my fucking... Ow. Okay. Yeah, that didn't last very long. I figured it was going to blow up at some point. Alright, well, alright. Alright, you know what? I don't even care. I mean, like, I want to question exactly how Aizen's going to do this, if he can literally just pull the entire Soul Palace down, or I mean, he can shoot it down with his Reiatsu. I don't know what he's going to do.
Hey, Harold, did you just feel a tremor just now? What are you talking about, Ryu? I didn't feel anything.
I mean, like, that's certainly going in a direction I didn't expect. I mean, that's certainly one way to get everybody together. I mean, there's one way to get everybody up to the Soul Palace and have all the fights up there, but I guess if you drag the Soul Palace down, you can have all the fights in the Vanente, and maybe if the other members of the Huecamunde army show up, I mean, obviously they're not going to be coming through up to the Soul Palace, they're going to be coming in through the Vanente, as well as the Fullbringers, so I guess that's one way of getting them all together. How they all survive that trip is anybody's guess, but yeah... Aizen is totally Aizen in this chapter. Like, if you want good old-fashioned Trolley McEisen, that's him right here. So for next chapter, I don't know. Maybe we're gonna come back up to the Soul Palace and get to see, like, what's up with Yuha and everything. And then probably at the end of that chapter, everything's gonna start shaking, and it's just like, oh, what's going on? And then the entire Chrysalis Palace just, you know, like, shoots down like a torpedo into the Vanente. And then everyone gets out and is like, I guess we're ready for a rumble, right? I don't know. I really don't at this point. what else to question this? I don't know. Like, I mean, Aizen's going to get out of the chair at some point. I mean, he's going to get a fight, probably with Yuha or somebody. I don't think he's going to be working as, like, a consultant this entire time. He's going to get up. He's going to get unsealed. Something's going to happen that he's going to have to be. But aside from that, I really don't see anything else to really mention here. This chapter was mostly just, like, a setup, getting everyone to meet Aizen and, like, okay, this is the situation in hand here. We got to deal with this. I'm a little bit peeved by the whole fact that the gateway turned out to be nothing just because we spent so much time doting on the damn thing. That's kind of annoying. And we didn't get the Urahara. Well, we do get Urahara seeing Aizen, but it's not like they had any real back and forth or of any, real values. That kind of sucked. You think they could have, had at least 1 or 2 lines of dialogue or something. But hey, we got Aizen talking to Rukia. That was pretty good on its own. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. This will be Tekking101 signing out.